Well, Mike, there you are on camera, man. We appreciate you. I'm going to switch over to our slider shot here because we literally, you never know. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get, right? And when we start talking about all the pools you guys do, like we should do another whole segment just about pools, because I'm going to throw a little, and don't give me any trouble, anybody. It's getting hot in here, so let's jump in the pool, right?
Yeah.
And that's the old-fashioned way of cooling off in our little country. And boy, there's been kind of a resurgence with regard to pools because of the way the world has kind of changed, and people want to just hang out at the house more often. So we're going to talk about the awesome work you guys are doing. No Limits Signature Pools.com. And Mike Morgan, welcome again, here to talk a little about your pool business. Tell us why you guys love building concrete and pools. Pools, obviously, most all made out of concrete, some fiberglass, but especially the walkway around it.
Yeah.
Why'd you guys get into this part of your business?
Pools is the fun part. That's what all the kids enjoy, and we've been working around them for years. So, we started helping out some different contractors installing their pools, and we finally just said, well, hey, why aren't we doing the main thing here? So now we can offer, installing the pool, retaining walls, the concrete, the fences, everything all in-house. So we're not waiting on any other contractors or anything like that. We can get a pool up and going a lot quicker than it seems like than most, and get you guys swimming.
Well, these days you want to have that cool, fun place for the family to hang out and engage with everyone else. Tell me, Morgan, is this exciting for you? Another endeavor for your business that you can really do some fun stuff with?
Yeah, definitely. I think both Mike and I have kind of grown up around being in pools our whole lives and things like that. And one thing why we started No Limit in general was we love being outside, and we love offering our clients that space that they can really enjoy outside. And why not add a pool to that? So.
Well, and that's a key to success. If you have a passion for it, if it's something you actually really enjoy, then you'll do more of it, right?
Yeah.
Do what you love, and you'll never work a day in your life. I think we said that quote twice now, and both times on this show. But boy, you guys are really getting hit with all of it for what you do to make a difference. Mike, tell me how you ended up in the pool side of this. I mean, it kind of ties in.
Yep.
Concrete, pools. Tell me how that worked out and why you're doing this.
It just ties in, really. We still work with some other pool contractors doing their concrete work, but as far as installing the pools ourselves, we just kind of took over for somebody. We started off as just doing the concrete around pools, and then started setting the pools and excavating for the pools, and we figured let's start diving into this and see if we can team up with a good fiberglass manufacturer, which we spent a little longer than we probably should, but we found a great company to team up with, which is San Juan Pools. They've been building their fiberglass pools since 1958. They're I wouldn't say a smaller company, but they are smaller. You can talk to the owner if you need be, and we really like that rather than some of these big corporate companies out there. But we found a great company to team up with to get these fiberglass shells at a decent time and get these things installed so people can enjoy their summers swimming in these things.
Well, tell me, how long have you been in this business related to this? Because obviously concrete is something that you almost, can you have a pool without concrete? I guess you could have the fiberglass so you could go right into the grass as the walkway, or you could put down little walk pallets or something like that. But everybody's got concrete. I mean, these all tie together. I'm trying to help people understand. You've got the No Limit contracting and sales of concrete basis, core for what you do there, and then this all, I mean, now it makes all sense, and all these pictures we're going to show everybody. Look at some of the work they've got up here, everybody. Well, I'm going to scroll back, put the slider over behind us, and take a look at some of this. Talk about that tie-in for me, if you would, a little bit, and why this works well for you guys.
Yeah, like I said, we're on site doing everything else, so we might as well be doing the pools too. And like I said, teaming up with the right person was really important to me, just to have that relationship on getting these shells here. And we like how they're made, and we've actually taken tours down at their facility and taken our guys down there for some training. And like I said, it ties in well. We can do the, pretty much from the back door, everything for that entertainment area. Your outdoor kitchens, your roof structures, everything all in-house. That way we're not waiting on any other contractors. And I think that's really, really important, because we've seen some people with, their pool installed, but maybe no concrete, or maybe none of their outdoor kitchen stuff done for months and months after that pool's been installed, and that was hard to see for us, because we want to see the kids get out there and enjoy it when it's 100 degrees and they can't swim in their pool yet because it's not done. So
Yeah, I can tell you how many times I've visited somebody and said, "Oh, we're getting a pool built." I picture, I won't name anybody. It's a family friend, and we're over there like, "Pool looks good. What are you gonna do with all the rest of it?" Where there's mud and dirt and pieces of concrete and rocks laying around. And it's apparently there obviously were a couple companies involved there. One did this, one did that. Not the case with you guys.
Yep.
No.
You guys do it all. Morgan, tell me, why do you think that's so important for what you guys can do to make this job right?
I think the timing is key when putting in a pool. There's several different factors when putting in a pool, and we love that No Limit Signature Pools works with No Limit Contracting in regards to each phase we know is going to hit back to back to back. You're not waiting on any certain contractor to get that pool finished. We're getting that pool in the ground, and we're finishing from start to finish pretty fast. And that's kind of what we like to do for our customer, instead of having to wait for a couple different contractors and whatnot.
I've got a picture up here. Is this one of the pools that you guys, I just put it up on the wall there behind you, everybody, if we can see that. Is that one of your guys' pools?
that one there is actually a rehab pool. So that pool has been in the ground for about 26 years, I believe. But we tore all the concrete up, did new water line tile, and got that pool back in tip-top shape there.
So I'm putting them on the spot here, everybody. We've got a number of pictures. Tell me one of the pictures behind you there. I'm going to share with you that you guys like is some of the best work of one of your pools that you recently have worked on.
I don't know if there's any on there.
And I can see a ton of good work you've got out here.
Yeah.
I know over here on the wall behind us, look at your wall behind us there, and some more good work. Any of these, that's another rendition of that.
Yeah,
And then
you
what
could
we got?
probably, you scroll down a little bit.
That's the bottom of this.
Oh, really?
As you can see.
Some great San Juan pools here.
Yeah.
So these are pools from San Juan, the
Yep.
company who actually does these, and some of the examples of the work you guys can do.
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense. Cool. All right, well, with that, let me jump over. You've got a magazine there in front of you. Show us that magazine, if you
Yeah,
will. Sorry for having everybody turn around and
No,
look
you're
back at
good.
the wall behind us, but we got the TV wall. But Morgan, show that there. This is your this is the magazine you guys are featured in there, right? Is that
Yeah.
true?
Yeah.
Yeah. So look up here at your camera and tell me show me that magazine a little bit.
This magazine has a little bit about our work and the warranties that we provide with the fiberglass pools. And it also is kind of cool, kind of shows that these pools are so durable that you could freeze them in the wintertime.
People ice skate on them.
Ice skate them and
Really?
ice hockey and things of that sort. So it's really cool to kind of have a seasonal pool if you guys are into that kind of stuff. And then also pet friendly, which is really cool. A lot of
Hold that up a
fiberglass-
little bit over this way so
this
people
way?
can see that. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, so I always want people to see the work. And you've got some pictures there, some of the stuff you've done, some of the stuff of the work that you offer. And then here's the magazine talking about it. Pull that
Yeah.
over, lean a little
We
to your left, if you would. There you go. There you go. Now people can see that. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so it's pet friendly, so that's really cool. The gel coating on that is scratch resistant, so your pets can swim with you. I know with liner pools, it's kind of something that clients struggle with, worrying about their pets kind of scratching the outside of their pool. And then in here, it's also just kind of the warranties and shows all the different options that we offer. And
We
there's
have 80 different options for shells to pick from. So, I mean, most of the time we can get a client in the size pool with many different options, and then we can also attach spas and those different things to these pools, and that makes it great. And each one of these pools is actually hand laid, so all the fiberglass is hand laid. A little bit different than a lot of manufacturers, as they're more corporate company and they're just trying to shove them pools out, and they flex real bad. These things are very, very strong. Like I said, you can freeze them in winter, and I don't think there's another fiberglass manufacturer out there that's able to say that.
Well, and to me, that's important as a matter of just integrity and longevity. You don't want to have a pool. I didn't realize the reason people shut down a pool every year is so that it doesn't freeze and crack. The fiberglass. Is that the case? Is that kind of what's going on there? Pick up that magazine for me again. There's some great looking stuff there. And Mike, you hold this one time. I'm adjusting cameras there for everybody. So I zoomed out a little bit, and now you can hold that up. And now you can see there, and I might even steal it from you. So let me. What was really impressive, what I was noticing here, is all those different models. Holy cow! There you go, everybody. Look at that. I'm going to cover Mike's pretty face there for a second, but I'm going to zoom in here now if I can.
And you can also find all those on our website. We have that catalog, and it's kind of cool that you can see it has every different shape and size, and
They actually show a 3D model of it, so you can spin it around and see the different depth and elevation of everything, and it's neat.
There we go. So Mike, I'm taking now people can see your pretty face, but very interesting, the pool business thing, as you learn and you realize, I never, all my life, I hit the century mark not too long ago, half century mark plus one a week or so ago, and it's just, to me, I had no idea that the reason people shut down their pools was because they didn't want them to freeze. Well, that makes sense, because yeah, you break fiberglass, there's no fixing that too easily, right? You got to cut it apart and weld it. You're going to do all that. Very interesting. Well, okay, now we're getting into some fun stuff about as we learn and want people to understand. Gosh, tell me this. What do you do? What do you feel like you've brought to the community here with regard to making this a feasible answer for people, and why the world has changed and now everybody wants these pools? How does that play out?
I think the biggest thing is getting the pool in the ground and usable. Like I said, there's a lot of companies out there that will get the pool in the ground, but it doesn't mean it's a finished product. We want to get that pool in the ground, but also finish everything around it in a reasonable amount of time. We're not going to jump from other jobs and then come back and have to wait on other contractors. So I think that's where we're beneficial, with the contracting side and how many guys we have on that to be able to coordinate between no limit signature pools and no limit contracting. It's all one office, it's all one phone number, but being able to team up together definitely makes it a better process for the customer.
I think too, over 100 different options, it's really good that we can meet everyone's needs budget-wise. There's all different types of products in here that we can provide, and we like to make sure we don't ever go over people's budget, but being able to see the different options and seeing the space in their backyard and kind of like letting them know that what's going to work for their space and what's going to work for what they're wanting to use the pool for is nice to have that many options.
Tell me then, as a matter of the process here, I get that this is something that is not an easy thing. Most people, like when you're getting a pool put in, it's 2-3. What's the average time to take in a pool, and why do you guys do that better than others is what I'm really going after.
Yeah, I mean, to get a pool, if somebody signed up with us now, we're roughly 3-4 months to get that shell and get it in the ground. But far as starting a project, every project's different depending on how many retaining walls or outdoor kitchen stuff that we have going on. But we can have a pool in the ground, backfilled and all our concrete work done in 2 to 3 weeks. So you're looking at your backyard tore up roughly around that time, and which isn't very long for most. Most people are always blown away by that we can get it going and get somebody swimming that quick.
So what I'm preparing for everybody to look at on the screen is my surprise face. I'm putting a hat on for that one, everybody. He just said 2 to 3 weeks to get a pool. I mean, obviously there's some prep work that goes on there, but you're talking about from the time they put the shell in the ground, 2 to 3 weeks later, ready to swim, cement all done, because you guys do it all.
Yep.
And that saves people a whole lot of aggravation.
We started one on Wednesday. We built the retaining wall and everything, and it's all ready to go, and we got the pool getting dropped in on this Monday. So they'll be swimming in a week or so.
Swimming in a week or so, everybody. This is when you deal with professionals that know what they're doing, this is the kind of stuff you get. And I guess it was a natural migration, how you say that, from being cement guys into this. I just think people need to understand that when you're really putting together this kind of a project, those are almost always two separate pieces. Is that right?
Yep.
The pool guy, the cement guy. They do two separate things. They're doing two separate jobs. They are two separate companies.
Yep.
Because you guys have two separate companies, they're all working together. That you control and run both of them. I own both of them.
Yep.
You really get to help people with that.
And we like to be able to provide kind of a premium concrete, something that isn't just your normal, 4 feet around the pool. We can provide something that is a little extra. We have, how many different stamps can we offer?
Yeah, we have a lot of stamps and color options and lighting options, those type of things that can go into the concrete even work to make that pool really stand out.
Yeah,
and that's something that I think a lot of other pool builders don't do, just because they're subcontracting the concrete rather than everybody taking pride in that one
That
word.
one project.
Well, and I want to put up on the wall over to the right, talking about a print, a stamp, if you will, right? That is that's what we're looking at here on the wall over here, right? Is that something, because that's what really sets these things apart. I mean, how often have we all seen where we have one giant piece, square, 8 by 8, 8 by 6, whatever piece, and it's got the buffed little rough edge on there. I saw you guys brush that in some of the videos that you do, but it doesn't have that dynamic print that looks like somebody just put a bunch of pieces of rock together,
Yeah.
which is impossible to do. And then you've got the fire pit in the background. This is all coming together because you guys got the ability to offer it all in one situation. Okay. Wow. So that's why I always ask the question then, what is it that sets you guys apart? And we've kind of talked about the cement side of that and why you're so good at what you do with cement. But when you're tying these two together, what really sets you apart? Is it, so people understand, it is the fact that you've got this all together now. And there's no big hesitation with contracting between the two. You can do everything, and it looks like, I got to put that back up on the wall for everybody to look. That kind of print, ladies and gentlemen, trust me, I know guys who do concrete work. This is hard to get, and it's becoming more popular these days, I guess now. But to have somebody that can do it all, this really saves people a lot of money. Why would that save somebody money? Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of factors go into that, but it's all one office. That's getting your permits, everything along those lines. It's equipment mobilization. Our equipment gets to be there for our concrete guys and our pool guys, which is very beneficial. We're not moving machines in and out, and that's time. That's a lot of time and money to do that. So having us in general, No Limit, be there for the whole project from start to finish, I think is definitely the saver there.
Well, help me understand it also. So there is, what's one big mistake that is made very often by a consumer that people make, and is that what you're kind of alluding to, and how that really can cost somebody a lot of money?
I think the biggest thing is when we, matter if it's from a driveway or to a pool, when we gave a proposal, it's everything. It's grading the dirt, it's seeding straw and topsoil, whatever it may be. We're going to finish that project. That way it's 100% done. We see a lot of times where contractors will give a bid for the concrete, but that doesn't include grading, on the edges of it and reseeding straw that are disturbed areas or anything like that. I think that's one of the biggest things that we see a lot.
Just making that project look finished, completely finished, not leaving the homeowner with any surprises or any extra work. When we leave, you're ready to go.
That's key, because how often do we have those projects that we're like, oh, they're going to come back, or they told me, I had this happen, I won't name anybody specifically, but it happened to my mom, so now it's personal, but they said, we'll do everything to finish this except we don't finish the painting. It took my mom 2.5 years to get the painting done. How many times she asked me, I'm like, Mom, I can do it, but you really don't want me to do the painting for you. I mean, and I'll spend a few hours on it. And finally, my sister came over. I love my sister. I think she helped do some of the painting. And painting's not a tremendously hard job, but it was one of those things. Why not get the job finished? Because there's other underlying elements that need to be configured and finished up to make this thing usable. Who has a pool and it says, well, we don't really care when they get it done. We're not really that interested in having a pool, other than we paid for everything or most of our whatever, and then it's still not ready to go. So very important. Tell us the process. So what is the process? Somebody says, hey, want to get the pool. Save them a lot of work on that end too, because not only do you say, okay, we'll get the concrete guys and then we got to get the pool guys. They got to call one person. What is the process somebody uses to get started with you guys?
Yeah, so just like the contracting, you would contact us through, you could do Facebook, you could call, email, and we'll reach out to you, if not to set up a kind of a consultation to come look at your space. Some people have a backyard and not really sure what they want to do with it. So we offer a lot of services like 3D rendering and just to where we can put your space, your backyard. We take your house, we take what pool you're wanting, what concrete you're wanting, and we're able to put it into some software that you can see from start to finish what your pool will look like. And that's kind of something that we do a little bit differently, and you're able to see exactly what you're going to get. And sometimes it's hard for a customer to look at their backyard and sit with us standing there and say, this is what you're going to get. So it's nice for them to be able to see what we're going to provide for them.
And this is something we do in-house too. The 3D renderings we do in-house. Morgan and I take care of that. No matter if it's myself that went and looked at your project or one of our estimators coming out and take a look, we're the ones that are putting that time and effort to try to show you the vision that we could see for your project. And I think that's very helpful.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are hitting on all the right stuff here. I mean, a lot of people do want to get some kind of preview of whatever they're going to have, and if you've got those 3D renderings, it gives them an actual, not of a generic thing, but of their specific location and what they'll get to see too.
Okay.
I think that adds a lot for people to be able to kind of visualize what they're looking for. And these days, the new computer technology, that's why you want to work with some of the young guys and gals out there, because they're on the edge of the computer side of this that will make this easier for everybody to keep up with. Mom, love you, but you got to hit the reply button. That's how you answer my emails. I'm calling out my mom, but she does a great job. But I'm kind of making a joke there. But literally, the technology can be limiting for those who get some guys who understand the technology.
Sometimes the option too, the option to be able to see a couple different pools in their space or see a couple different concrete finishes with that 3D. It's really nice to visualize some different options, because some people aren't sure. With over 100 options, it's hard to nail down what you want. So being able to see that is always nice.
And is that, tell me then, I guess a key to that is also then that they say, I think I like this one. So you give them one rendering, and it's their backyard with their setup, but now you can say, and here's what the other pool will look like with a different setup from your 100 different options and all the stuff you can put together. So that makes it a lot easier for people too. All right, so tell me, you guys, what is it gives you guys the most satisfaction about this part of your business? I mean, giving somebody concrete important, got to have a place to park the car, got to make sure everything's substantial, but now you're getting that fun part of it too.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
For me, I think just pools are just fun. You know, everybody's excited to get them. I mean, we'll even have a pool in the ground and water in it, and the kids want to swim before the concrete's even done. You know, and I think that's just, there's a lot more excitement in that compared to a driveway or something. So, you know, I think that's probably the biggest thing for me, is just seeing everybody so excited for that pool.
Yeah.
Morgan, do you agree with that?
I mean, for me growing up, I think one of my core memories is being in the pool as a child. You know, all your family comes over, you're barbecuing, you're entertaining, and all your family comes over. It's just such a core memory to make those in a pool, you know, and having that space to get your family together and have everyone that you enjoy in one space. So that's nice.
Well, you guys are hitting on all the key stuff that we're talking about when you're trying to impact our little community, our little planet, bringing the family together, bringing the people together, so that they can enjoy each other's company, get to know each other. I mean, how often have we seen where this world has gone in all kinds of crazy directions? It's like, what's happening next? And you feel like you just want to sit down. That's what this show is really all about, everybody. So we sit down and give people a platform where we spend at least, typically, sometimes we do some quick spot interviews, but 90% of what we have put together out here is people we're talking for at least 15, 30, 60 minutes to really help you to understand what they're about and what their business is really about. Tell me though, and we didn't get to this question on the last show as much, but I want to help because you can answer this for both. What do you guys feel like you really do that best contributes to the community? And is there a particular organization you like, or is this something you feel like you contribute that helps make the world a better place? Tell me about that.
We definitely like to get our goods from, you know, family-owned small businesses. That's something that we really like to try to do. Like I said, San Juan is a family-owned business, so even though it's not local to Missouri, just kind of supporting a local business. And then we also do, we sponsor events that are in the area, or sports teams that are in the area. We like to kind of help on that.
Yeah.
Well, that's key, because sports, I think, is what makes the world go round, especially for kids these days. If they're not playing sports, that's the whole message behind the Cardinal Cowboy. You got to get out there, win, lose, learn to be on a team, learn to play with, nice with others, and just all the important things that come with the sports background that you gain from a lot of people. What gives you the most satisfaction about this piece of it, though? The pool. When they get done with the pool, tell me what your first response is when people see this.
I think it's just the enjoyment. They're ready to swim when we're done. They're not having to wait for anybody else. And I think, once they're able to let their grandkids or whoever jump in that pool and get to enjoy it. And I think, even for the grandpas or anything, they're not even getting in the pool, but they're the ones barbecuing and getting to, entertain. And I think that's what they like, and it's good to see that. And like I said, we like to entertain too. So it goes hand in hand with what we really enjoy.
That occurred to me as a child. When I was young, we would go over to Grandma's. Why did Grandma move to the condo? I think part of it was because she had a pool. And then we would come over to see her. We didn't have a pool.
Yeah.
But if you have the pool, everybody wants to come hang out with you. You're the fun place to be. So and get to provide that entertainment. Morgan, is that fun, what you get to do?
I think so, yeah. The moment that we're there, kids, grandparents, parents, it's excitement from the start. Knowing that something that's going to entertain and allow your family and your friends to all gather together and enjoy and beat the heat. Kind of, it's nice to see how excited people are to get a swimming pool.
Well, that kind of summarizes what the whole effort, what we're trying to do here is on our little show, and we're looking for the leaders that are interested in sharing their path, their passion, and to make this world a little bit better place. Tell me a little bit, what do you guys do for fun? We've talked a lot about work. Tell me a little bit of what you guys do for fun.
I think as we've gotten older, we've both of us have played sports our whole lives. We love being active, we love being outside, and we really like golfing. So that's something we've kind of picked up in the last couple years that we...
Not that we're any good at it.
No, we're not good.
We enjoy it.
We're not very good, but we like being outside and kind of enjoying that. So I would say golfing, and again, with the outside, we love to camp, we love to ride side-by-sides, dirt bikes, anything of that sort.
Mike, tell us what you do. Tell me what you do for fun.
I mean, the same things. Like I said, golfing, I never thought I would enjoy it. I really didn't, but I do, and I'm not good at it. I think that's why I enjoy it. But I
Don't take it too seriously?
Yeah, no, we don't take it too serious. We have a lot of fun. You know, any type of competition I like, so I'm always into the racing and those type of things. So we enjoy doing the side-by-side thing and camping and just being outdoors and, you know, getting away for a little bit, taking those little trips and stuff to a camp spot and those type of things.
Well, I'm going to put you on the spot here a little bit as I come up with interesting things I think you guys might be experts to help us with. But as somebody who's not just running one but two companies, what is, if you could give anybody a big tip about how to be successful in business, if each of you would say, off the top of your head, the one thing that really allowed you to be successful and to make it, what would you say that is?
I would say determination, probably. We both love what we do, and we love what we provide for our clients, and so I think just being determined to get it right. Mm-hmm. Seeing people happy and enjoying what we provide, and I think that's what does it for us.
Mike, what about you?
I think determination, but risk also. I mean, there's, you know, we go out there and you know, risk a lot of things, but especially in the beginning, you know, it took a lot to get all this going that I think a lot of people wouldn't do and don't see. And, you know, even customers, they don't get to see what all goes in the background to make it happen. You know, the late nights of mechanicking to get everything, your machines there and all that stuff. And, you know, there's a lot that goes into getting that pool in the ground in the 2 weeks or 3 weeks like that the customer won't see. Or the effort that goes into those 3D designs and those type of things. So I think just doing the risk and determination is the biggest thing that you know, I think is required to run any type of successful business.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Experts that have made a success, stick with it, make it happen, mm-hmm. and never give up. Would you say it's fair to say if you're willing to put the work in, anybody can succeed? They got to just stick with it.
Stick with it, yep.
All right, there it is, everybody. Hey, we appreciate you guys staying tuned and here again for another rendition of the Your Little Castle Show. Stay tuned for more. We've got a lot more fun coming your way. Thanks, everybody. Giddy up.